Hello guys, so today we're doing LeetCode question 347, which is top k frequent elements. It's a medium question, and the question is, given an integer array nums and an integer k, return the k most frequent elements. You may return the answer in any order. So example 1, input nums is equal to 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, k is equal to 2, output is 1, 2, as 1 and 2 are the most frequent elements. As for 2, it's the amount of frequent elements just returned. So 1 and 2, 3 is not returned because it's the third most frequent element. So input nums equal to 1, k is equal to 1 when we return the first most frequent element, which is 1, as it's the only element. So the way we're going to do this is by creating a frequency map. We loop through the array, set the key as a value, and the key as the value in the array, and the frequency, and the value as the frequency of the element we come across. And then we sort it and return the key based on the values. So let me show you how we do this in a map. In a whiteboard. Here we have the array. Again, we loop through it until we've looped through the end. So we have I value, which is 0. We set a map, which for now is empty. And we start looping through the array here. So first value is 2. Do we have 2 in the array? No. In the map, so we set it with a value of 1 as the frequency. Then we go increment I. So I is now 1. Let's remove the red circle. I is now 1. So we are at 1 here. Let's make it with the red one. So do we have 1 in our map as a key? No. So we set it 1 as a key. And our frequency is only 1 as we've only come across it one time. Then we increment I again. I is now 2. We are at the next one here. Do we have 1 in the map? Yes, we do. So we increment the frequency. Now I is 2. Then we go to our next value. We increment I again. I is now 3. We are at 2 here. Do we have 2 in our map? Yes, we do. So we increment 2. We increment the value there, so which is 2. Then we increment I again. We are now at 1. Do we have 1 in the map? Yes, so we increment that again. Now 1 has got a value of 3. Then we increment I again. I is now, we missed 1, so it's 5. We are at 3. Do we have 3 in our map? No, so we set it with a value of 1. And now we finish looping through the array. This is our map. Now we sort it by frequency pretty much. So if we was to sort this, the new map would be, let's try new here. So the most frequency is 1, has the most frequency, so it will be 1, 3. And by the way, we would turn this to an array. So it would be an array of arrays 1, 3. And another array, second most frequency is 2 with 2, 2. And the last one will be 3 with 1. And in this example, let's say k is 2. We have to return the 2 most frequent elements. So that way we return 1 and 2. These are already in order, so we know these are the 2 most frequent as an array. So we return it as 1 and 2. And that will be our result. Let me show you how to do this. Okay, so the first thing we do is we create a map to store the frequencies. So let's put a new map. Then we have to loop through the array. So for, we can do let num of nums. Then we set the value, so map dot set for num. So we check if it exists. So we get map dot get. This is the value in the array. If it exists, then we get it. Otherwise, if it doesn't exist, we set to 0 and we increment by 1. So if it exists and it's whatever value. Let's say we have array of 1 2 times, and we get it again. We are 1. We get the value, which will be 2. Come across it twice, and we increment by 1, so it'll be 3. Otherwise, if it's not in our array, we set it to 1. And map.get num, map.get, okay, we'll bracket. Map.get num, yeah. Then we've already done that. So after this, we have to pretty much turn the map into an array and sort it. So create let array is equal to new array. As we're not able to sort map itself, so we set it to an array dot from map, and then we sort it. So we sort it by its frequency, as we need the ones who are the most frequent. So we get A1, no, by size order, from biggest to largest. We get the biggest value first, and then the smallest value. So this sorts it from largest to smallest. And then we have to get the k frequent elements. So we return array dot splice. So we get from 0 to k. So if the k element is 2, return from 0, 1, and 2. So that would be the top 2. And for each one, we only return the key. So we don't return the whole array. So for each value, we return value 0, which is the key. Now let's run and see if that passes. For map set num, map.get num or 0 plus, okay, sorry, one more extra bracket. Let's run first. Arrays, it's new array, map.sort, AB, B1 minus A1, array.from is not constructor. Oh, sorry, not new array. Array from. Now let's run. As you can see, it passes. Let's submit. And as you can see, it's one of the fastest methods. This is a time complexity of on, as we're looping through the whole array, and a space complexity of on worst case as well, as we're storing the whole array. Thanks for watching.